Hey there, YouTube fans. Hey, on man. I need to start singing Never Ending Story. Okay, look, lately I've done a few videos where I'm really struggling with my blood sugars. They're out of control high, way too high. And it dawned on me what hopefully could be what's going on for me. Now, just to be reassured, I have made an appointment with my Latvian doctor, which is, I think, the 15th, about a week's time, just to be sure. But I think, now it's just a theory, and I hope this is right, because or else I really don't know what's going on. I've lost a lot of weight. Okay, this is what I think is going on. I'm Australian Italian. Even in Australia with the gastric sleeve, I still had problems with vitamin D levels, right? They were always low. I'm in Europe. I don't have enough sun. Not the same amount of sun. I don't go out here very often because I'm a bit of a homebody, really, honestly. And it can absolutely, it's all in the research, and I've done multiple videos on this. It can affect your diabetes very much. And some people, it can affect them up to 1% of their HbA1c, which is the 3-month test that you do. In my case, I think also, I had problems before, but after gastric sleeve, which was about 4 years ago now, there's even more problems. We can't absorb vitamin D. I'm having 5,000 international units a day, and I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if it's still low. And that's what's my problem. And once I get another 600,000 international units injection, which I just had about 7 months ago, I think it was December, that for me, I normally improve within days. It's really fast for me, and I'll see an improvement in my psoriasis as well, mostly. There is a big link between psoriasis and vitamin D as well, and I've done multiple videos on that, but I'll keep talking about it because it's really important. Look, I hope to God that's what the thing is, the problem is. I did talk to a really good pharmacy here. I got a bit of a mate now who speaks Russian. It's very cool. I said I don't need to go to Russia. I just go to this pharmacy. I'm in Latvia, by the way. So I asked them if she can find 600,000 international units injection of vitamin D. And if I could take it, I will take it. I function even at the higher levels of the range, right? I seem to do better. There's multiple videos on the symptoms, but my one that stands out the most for me, if I'm right, and again, I still have to confirm this, but if it is the lower vitamin D, despite taking supplements in my case, then my blood sugars will improve. I can't think of anything else because now I got to be honest, I did a few videos and I had the theory that it could be I'm over-medicating, but as all these chat GPTs and Grok, all these artificial intelligences pointed out to me very clearly, is I would have had hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugars, and then I would have to titrate or adjust the doses to match. In other words, pull out some of my medicines. But that's not happening in my case. They're just high, and they're high, and I go to bed and they're high, and I wake up high, and I get a dawn phenomenon, and all sorts of things. High, which points to insulin resistance. But this insulin resistance, it's kind of not my fault, I think, in this case, even though I kind of eat whatever I want. Although now, just to manage, I've been on a low carbohydrate diet because I don't like living like that. I'm Italian, for goodness sake. Pasta, pizza, bread. But just to manage these high blood sugars, which are in the 200s to 400s in the American standard, as much as 30 I saw the other day when I was a bit naughty, had something naughty. It's toxic, that kind of blood glucose levels are very bad. Anyway, it may be, I hope to God it is, that I just have vitamin D, low vitamin D again, even within 6 months. It wouldn't surprise me, and I hope to God that's what it is, because it's really easy to correct. That's the good news. Very, very easy, reasonably cheap to correct. I could even order it online if I had to and do it myself, as long as I could get a needle. It's intramuscular. So put it in your shoulder, for example, as long as you put it in the right spot, or in your thigh. I've done it before myself in Italy. So technically I could get it myself without any prescription or something. But of course it's a wise, and I would say this to everybody, check with your own doctor before you do anything. It's wise to double check your vitamin D levels. Now apparently it's 25 hydroxy levels vitamin D, something like that. It's 25 hydroxy vitamin D test, something like that, right? That's just, if you're looking for what the particular test is, it sounds something like that. Okay, don't quote me on it. Your doctor should know that. And the interesting thing was, I asked ChatGPT, do I need to stop vitamin D then before I have the test? I personally am going to stop it for a week beforehand, but I call it she said you don't have to, because they're testing the longer term vitamin D, which your liver converts normal vitamin D into a different type of vitamin D. So some doctors say don't take a vitamin D tablet on the day of your test, but you don't have to have a washout period. I just want to be on the safe side, because I don't think a week of vitamin D is going to change anything as far as my levels go. It technically can be overdosed, vitamin D, and toxic, but it's at such high levels. You're talking at, you have to take something like 50,000 international units a day for months and months on months to have the toxic levels. And then if it is toxic, it will make your calcium levels too high, apparently. That's the number one thing that can happen, which can cause all sorts of problems. It's so interesting. And us Italians, we got religion, as they say, how complicated the body is. Like I keep saying to all my friends, there was 31,800 plus pages of my DNA that crashed my phone when I tried to scroll down. It crashed. That's how much pages of DNA information there is in a human being. Yours truly, Salvatore. All right. Hope this helps somebody out there. Let me know what you think. Go and get your vitamin D levels checked, because 75% of the world population is vitamin D deficient. And of course, in this part of the world, which is the Baltics and this, this Sweden and Norway, all this kind of part of the world, it's going to be worse because winter is on its way. I kind of can wait and can't wait, because the temperature is really good. But it'll get dark. Like in Italy, they said to me about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll get dark. And if it's dark and depressing all the time, you'll get low vitamin D guaranteed. And then some people suffer from seasonal affective disorder, SAD, which I studied in university as a social worker. You can have depression in the winter. There'd be no surprises there. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to look into how I can get some vitamin D, and if I really need it, because I hope to God that's what it is. It had been in the past multiple times, so hopefully that's the answer this time. And not that I'm necessarily over-medicating, but it wouldn't surprise me that if I am right again, which I was in the past, and I get a shot of 600,000 international units, the blood sugars will come down, and then I may have to adjust my diabetes medicines to match, because I might be over-medicating definitely at that stage, but we will see. All right, hope that helps somebody out there. Class dismissed. God bless. Teacher Sal out. Ciao. 5 things I have to say. Ciao, ciao.